What is the problem to which simulation is the solution?
We were asked actually to play the role of community members looking for knowledge. And this puts us in the place of the people that we're normally trying to serve.
The experience of working with young people in that simulation was really energizing.
And they allowed us to be goofy and funny and relaxed and made us feel at home.
What's really important within that right information in the right format at the right time to the right people is that the information is co-created. It's about bringing different perspectives together.
What we've been doing for the last while, of course, is these 3 knowledge syntheses. One on children who are exposed to violence, the second one on youth engagement, and the third one on positive uses of technology in youth services. Our focus is, in a sense, not the direct delivery to him, right? You have innovative programs. We're not here to sort of evaluate what are the best programs. So it would be very interesting to talk to you all day long about the amazing things that you do to help him. I got that. But what I'm very curious about is, you work with vulnerable children all around the world, and there's an exemplary program over here supported by academics who are also doing research on it. So the challenge then becomes, how do we move your practice to her? So how do we sort of help facilitate that, right?
Over.
Well, you could walk over, and in fact that might work.
Hey,
yes.
Let's exchange.
Yes, but if it was that easy, we wouldn't be here. And then vice versa, you of course have some ideas, and you may want to get them pushed over to her. Now, both of you are working with him, but I just want to make sure that when you enter into all the simulations over the next little bit, that we don't get confused by the goal. That the goal is not necessarily to evaluate or talk specifically about the program to the youth. The point is to figure out how these people can work more effectively.
Knowledge mobilization is essential, and it's important because we know that no matter what field you work in, whether it's a practicing physician or you're a psychologist or a teacher, that getting the best research knowledge about how to do what we want to do, getting that into practice often takes a very long time. So this field is really about trying to reduce that time. And it's only by learning how to make this happen, how to get knowledge to the people who need it in the form that they can use it at the time when it is actually going to work for them. That's what this business is really about.
I think that today's exercise, because we would call it an exercise in that sense, of simulation has in fact achieved its aim. It is a very good first generation, first level of simulation that now is strong enough to build upon to continue to mature and focus. Any opportunity of having a multidisciplinary interaction will give you the depth of solution that is required in the complex problematics of today. And that is fundamental, and that's been achieved in this conference.
Most of the people were very comfortable at talking about the impact of a program on the kids or something like that. Everyone was energized. Okay, I want to involve youth, or I want to use technology to help kids who are marginalized. I mean, there was all kinds of discussion about getting the program down to the kid. But when we started talking about getting this service provider with this innovative program, talking to this one over here, that's where the complexity got, because then people kind of go, well, that's kind of a more abstract conversation they're having. And who should be there? How should we do this? How do we tell the story of what's working over here? And when we tried to simulate, problem solve that, it sometimes it went up into the abstract, and sometimes it went right down again to, well, this program's good for this kid, but not how do you share the program. So there's a lot of process challenges. But I do think that as we went through it, of course, I think the last set of syntheses were much more on target. I think there was a lot more pith stuff that came out of them that we can actually see and hold and use.